I don't really know why I didn't expect that. Like,
Come on. What do you want?
so where all of this is going is there's a product that I'm trying to bring to market. It involves some machined aluminum parts, which is why the router is going to be important. And the other kind of critical component is a weatherproof, durable housing. The idea at this point is to use 1/8 inch polycarbonate, that's Lexan, the bulletproof glass, and to thermoform it into a certain shape. Alrighty, so this 1/2 inch steel tubing is destined to become the frame of a vacuum forming table that'll clamp the plastic between the two halves of the frame. And now we got a pretty Lexan sandwich. This is why oils suck. In thermoforming, you usually have a buck and some mechanism to draw air out from the space between the hot plastic and the buck. The buck being the negative, positive, negative. Anyway, one of the tricks is, and I know this is going to bite me, and everyone's going to tell me this would bite me, but I tried it anyway. There's no draft angle on this part because I want it to be nice and clean. Steve Jobs moment. I don't want to compromise on the shape of the part. Everything you've seen with a draft angle has been made cheaply by thermoforming or by injection molding, and I don't want this to look cheap. I don't want there to be compromises to that. So what I did to try to get away with that is, number one, some stoner spray in case of stoners. And this is what I love about 3D printing. This airline is going to feed 90 psi up through this shower head that'll hopefully pop the part off, or everything explodes in my face, or it doesn't do anything, it just sits there and hisses. Now it's not going to work. Now these are one part and I'm starting from scratch. Anyway, that's what we're doing right now. So let's give it a shot. Frame, check. Gloves, check. Greased up buck, check. Vacuum, check. Air, check. Oven, check. So soon that plastic is going to begin to sag.
Hey! What are you doing?
And I'm going to demonstrate something.
This is exactly where I was pointing
Back
before.
off and I'm going to demonstrate.
That's exactly where I was pointing before. What? What do you want?
Right there, we're starting to sag. You can tell by the reflection of that light in there. And she's drooping. Now all this is about to start happening really fast, so I'm gonna get the camera set up.
Come on.
So close. We're so close. We just didn't quite get those edges. Okay, not expecting this to be easy. We've got our air assist here. Let's see how she goes. Oh! That was loud. Come on. Oh, that did not go well. Oh dear. Oh. We didn't have quite enough vacuum to get it formed all the way to that water line there. The release wasn't going to be clean just out of the gate because our paint failed. It doesn't feel like the ABS softened it all. This time we've got 3/16 inch, slightly thicker ABS plastic. Because this is so thick and this forming is such a deep draw, I'm waiting for some pretty extreme droopage here. I've elected to ignore the internet's advice and I've bumped it up 10 degrees beyond the maximum recommended process temperature. Kind of ugly. How is this gonna go? That surface finish though, I'm really hoping that that's just because the base plastic is all textured. Last time, I chickened out. I did not let it get as droopy as I said I would let it get. I'm gonna try this again. I didn't like that. Look at these webs. And the texture is even worse. How about PVC? PVC is looking really good. What happened here is those rails ended up pinching the plastic really thin and so it tore. Alright, so PVC is the pretty clear winner of all this, but I ran out of plastic before I could actually get a good pull out of everything. So that's being a